And you gonna murder this one and murder that one. Talking all that bullshit. I'm gonna put it to you like this, yo.
This is for the nerds, this is for the brainiacs, this what we deserve. Go ahead and play it back, you ain't gonna touch me, you not gonna do nothing, you are not above me. I bet you wish you was me, I know it, I know.
What is poppin', everybody? And welcome back to another special episode of the Only Friends podcast, where, you know, it's me and my only friends, which includes, but it's not limited to, Talk to! What's poppin', baby?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Ain't shit, just another day.
Yeah? I thought you were going to throw it to Landon.
I mean, like...
I'm locked in. What do you mean?
He is locked in. He's
locked in. As he says that, he looks to see if it's his turn.
Hey, look. His phone is out of the shot, kind of.
It is out of the shot. I got my drink here.
Not quite out of the shot.
Look, my second drink here.
Yeah.
Third drink. This was yesterday's drink.
Okay.
Oh, great.
Right.
I'm yelling at somebody in the comments
Oh, yeah?
on yesterday's video.
Whatever
Okay.
changed.
What happened?
Okay.
I don't know why this tilts me so bad. Oh, my light's off. Hold on.
How did it get? It was on. Yeah.
All right,
That's weird.
all right.
I don't know. Well, hey.
What's poppin'?
So what happened?
What happened? Who you cursing out?
Who's starting shit?
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be way too bright. I can
Oh,
tell.
boy.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, we're supposed to get up
That's-
then. My God. All right.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
geez,
while
oh,
Berkey's,
man.
you know, doing the Lightmeister thing that he always does and all this other,
It was
arguing with
off,
people
man.
in
What do you want-
comments.
What do you want from me? It was literally
my
off.
God. Well, tell us what you're arguing with people about
I don't
today.
know why this tilts me so badly, but it drives me absolutely fucking insane. I know this is just going to lead to more people trolling.
Of course.
But for better or for worse, I've allowed it to be my job to be the one who posts the timestamps. Like, we have Timestamp Bro
Right.
that actually timestamps it,
Yeah.
but he sends them to me.
Right.
Probably should have outsourced this a long time ago, but I
Yeah.
didn't.
I know. I always wondered. I was like, who puts those up? And I was like, it can't be Berkey.
No, it's me.
It's always
Wow.
Berkey.
It's
impressive.
me.
It's
And
always
you know,
Berkey.
like, it's cathartic for me. You know, I spend a couple minutes a day. Like,
That's good.
Whatever. It's fine.
We all
It's
got our
fine.
little jobs, you
It's
know?
absolutely fine. So obviously yesterday I was playing the Duel, so they went up a little late,
Yeah.
and that's on me. You know, somebody.
Can you do it from your phone?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Or you wouldn't do
someone
it.
in the comments goes, "RIP timestamps," and I'm like, no. Here they are. It's like 9 p.m. Sorry, I was busy today. I
Yeah.
apologize. 2 minutes ago, somebody writes timestamps ? Fuck you. Like, fuck you. You're so fucking lazy. They're literally there. You didn't even look. You just wanted to bitch. Fuck you.
Wow. Well,
They're literally there.
one less
Well,
subscriber.
you might as well call him out by his fucking YouTube
Right.
name. Go on.
I didn't take the time to take inventory.
So if any of you would like to be told "fuck you" to your face by Matt Berkey,
Yep.
just bitch about the timestamps a little bit in the comments.
Hey,
I
old,
got it.
old
Make sure to
sport.
do that.
Hey, old sport. Fuck you.
Old sport.
Who's
don't
old
wor-
sport?
I don't know. He just wrote timestamps and a question mark in the chat.
Oh, I thought I thought it was like a white person saying like you call someone old sport. You know?
Hey, sport.
Yeah.
Hey, Buster.
Things white people say.
That's what I
Buster.
thought.
Buster's a good
I
one.
was like, I thought Conrad came from the top rope with old
Listen,
sport.
Buster.
Like, wow.
Buster's a good one. What's your go-to when you don't know someone's name but you're supposed to?
Buddy.
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 Is it?
Yeah,
Hey,
I
buddy.
go with Buddy a lot.
Yeah. Say man a lot.
Yeah.
Yo.
Man.
I say bro.
I think I say yo.
I know.
Chief used to.
Chief
I
is
didn't
chief
like
is
that one very
derogatory.
much.
Chief
Yeah.
is a clear indicator that
Mm-hmm.
you don't care to know this person's
Yeah.
name.
And you're racist.
Well, I'm sorry. Why?
Chief.
It's not now,
Chief
Chief. I'm
Navajo.
in the fucking zone.
Chief.
Okay, this is Trump's America.
There is no more
Conrad,
racism.
we
Just don't
we
put
send
your
our
hand
heart
on your
out.
heart.
We
Don't
send
do
our,
it.
our,
Don't do
our
it.
heart out.
No, we're not doing it.
I do it the right
sit on
way.
my
I
hands.
use two hands. You know what's the
Taylor Swift? Yeah.
It's the
Yeah, it's the Taylor Swift.
that's
Or
the way
like
you
the,
do it.
the
I thought-
tiny-
I
this
thought
is
it was
the
like
tiny
hearts up.
heart.
I thought
You
it
just
was
move
like
your
this.
fingers like this.
Mm.
You know,
No.
like-
Jesus.
No, this is the world's smallest fiddle.
no, but this is a tiny
That's my
heart.
World's
fiddle.
smallest
If you- if-
violin.
Violin, you're right.
Hey, relax. It's a fiddle.
If
Well, no,
you-
the fiddle plays like this.
Yes, let's bring the fiddle back.
We need it.
Only the real ones know.
JJ, where you at, JJ? Let's talk to him.
If ever there was a clear indicator that we do not deserve a GPI award and that this show is officially run its course, this episode should be the one that does it.
Not gonna make it.
Yep. Start off by just like fucking cursing out our fans.
You lazy fuck. Just look to where the timestamps are. It's literally broken down in the playback. Like, you can't help but see them. How did you? Your oversight is not my problem.
I hope you went back and made sure before you went on this rant.
Oh, you saw me texting whenever you were giving the intro. I was literally writing, they're literally there.
I was hoping you made sure you hit that send button.
We're guilty of a lot of things, but like, god damn it, man.
What else are we guilty of?
Somebody in the chat said there definitely aren't timestamps even now on yesterday's pod. That's just not true. I literally just looked.
Oh man, this is gonna be great. If you forgot to like,
don't fucking gaslight me.
Let's see.
Don't gaslight me like
Let's
this.
see.
Like, I just looked.
I don't know, Burke.
All you have to do is look at the fucking whatchamacallit.
I don't know.
What's it called? The description. Is it the description? I'm staring right at it. I'm staring right fucking at it.
Oh, you know why? They're probably looking in the comments for it when it's in the description.
Why would you ever look in the comments?
Well, I don't have an answer for you there,
exactly, never in the to their point, though.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. We take the fuck yous back?
No, I don't take them back.
Oh, then fuck you.
No, they're there. They're there. But
Yeah, imagine taking him back.
however, for some reason, they're not automating.
They're not on mine. No, they're not there.
Look in the description. They're there. They're there and they're clickable, but for some reason,
Right.
they're not automated.
Right, but they're not on the actual.
That's on YouTube.
On the time.
Yeah, that's on YouTube.
Yeah, you did your job.
That is not a me problem.
Yeah, you did your job.
I did my job. The timestamps are there. I don't know how to help you any further.
Mm-hmm.
We'll try to remedy this problem with the higher ups at YouTube at some point in time. But in the meantime, maybe do a little more due diligence.
Just watch the whole show.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, what do you need timestamps for?
Just start it from the beginning and go to the end. What are we skipping for?
Right.
The whole thing is gold from start to finish, obviously.
asshole.
Why would you want to miss any of it?
Tell them. And if you're looking for the Chrissy B stuff, you're going to have to watch the whole show anyway.
Yeah. There's 30 seconds of it.
Might have been
Shout out to Chrissy.
Might have been one of our more misleading thumbnails of the year. I just, we couldn't put the me and the Blez every single day. I fixed it. I fixed it.
We had a real big.
What was wrong?
It needs a leading 0 on the single digit ones. So it can't just be 5:30. It needs to be 0. That's on timestamp.
It was your fault.
Wow.
No.
Timestamp, bro.
I mean, yes, as the leader of the show, that's my bad. But timestamp bro is going to get a.
Do you think that timestamp bro is going to timestamp this one as timestamp bro fucked up?
Well, now he
will
is.
now.
Now he has no other choice.
Timestamp bro, you owe everybody an immediate apology, especially the man I just told to go fuck himself.
But fuck
timestamp
you.
bro's doing a great job.
What is this compliment sandwich?
I mean,
I don't know what's going on.
Burn it down.
No,
Burn it down.
not yet. In time we'll burn it down. A man who's out there in the streets getting shit done. Your boy Stu.
Your boy Stu.
Who loves it more?
Nobody loves
is
it
your
more
boy
than our
Stu.
boy Scott Stewart.
Who loves it more than him?
Man.
Nobody.
Bro, fucking retire.
My man won
You've done it.
$2.8 million, and the next fucking tournaments he's playing is 400s in Thunder Valley.
Yeah, and he won 2 of them.
Insanity. You love to see it.
He won ring 7 and ring 8 for a grand total of, I think, like 87th place in his WPT run.
Yeah. It's kind of great. To be fair to him, he did say something like, this is kind of like where I want to be. Like this is probably one of the safest place for me, at the poker table. So,
Safest place? What does that mean? One of the safe? What's he gonna harm himself?
I mean, who knows what the fuck he'll do? It's fucking Scott Stewart.
He's an animal.
Animal.
Early contender for photo of the year here.
That was a dope picture.
with the Poker Org shot we got going on here. It does look sick.
That's fucking sick.
I have to tell you, as somebody
that's
who's
such a
been
cool pick, yeah.
as somebody who's been asked to do this before, just normally, not cross-handed or with a cigar in my mouth.
Yeah.
Tough to pull off.
Mm-hmm.
I think that this is the play though. It's the underhand motion.
Yes.
Because I've been asked to do it
Over.
this way.
Doesn't
No,
look
because
nah,
then
nah.
it
you
never
gotta go this way so they all go up in the air.
Yeah, you got to, always funny. Love Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
He's incredible. But pretty much the entire movie, honestly, it was more of a spoof of Marvel movies than it was an actual Deadpool.
Mm-hmm.
It was basically the scary movie of Marvel movies.
Yeah, makes sense.
And Gambit, I believe, if I remember correctly, made an appearance in that movie. He's played by is it Holland?
The Thunder Down Under guy.
He's a Thunder Down Under
No,
guy?
I'm just thinking, what is the...
It's Holland, right?
no,
Tom Holland is
it's the guy
Spider-Man.
that was
Holland.
married
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Lenny
That's
Kravitz's kid.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, I think he's Gambit. Wait, no, maybe not. Maybe I'm confusing him with.
Yeah. I can't think
Channing
of
Tatum?
That's him.
Yeah. Yes.
That's him.
Yes, it was Channing Tatum.
Oh,
That's right.
that's Magic Mike.
Magic Mike.
Mike.
Thunder
Magic
Down
I knew
Under.
it was something like that.
I mean, it's in the same universe.
I was reading that apparently he's going to be casted for it.
The
So
cinematic universe.
here's the thing. He was cast for it. This is why it's a big meme. He was cast for it like years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know enough about the whole Marvel universe and the whole Disney Fox fallout. And I'm actually not even sure. I think Disney owns it now. Fox previously owned it.
Okay.
And I think Fox cast him to play Gambit, but then they scrapped it. And so now the whole movie was Disney just shitting on Fox. There must have been like 24 references to things that they couldn't talk about in the past because Fox had ownership over some of the old Marvel stuff. Like that's why the Wolverine collab didn't happen sooner, because they owned Wolverine.
Okay.
And apparently, I guess they owned the right to Gambit as well.
Gotcha.
So it's just been shelved for all these years, and Channing Tatum has just been like the guy.
Just
who's
waiting.
never- so he made a brief appearance in this one, and I don't remember why I started this story. It was to make fun of something or someone, and I've now lost it. But here we are.
All right, here we are.
We've made it full circle.
Anyways, what else is going on in your life?
Just gambling for high stakes.
That sounds fun.
Sitting across from the Blez, making goo eyes for 9 hours. How long do we fucking play? We played for 2-3 hour sets. So 90 minutes on break, 90 minutes on break, and then switch to Hold'em.
Okay.
And it went better than expected. I'll say that.
And what do you mean by that?
So spoilers for anybody who's waiting for the actual produced show to come out. This would be a good time to tune out, as I'm going to reveal some hands that we played, some results, and things of that nature. But first, I guess it's important to reinforce what the structure is, because it's different than the old high stakes duel. So the old high stakes duel was a sit and go format where each day was a whole new match, right? So if you played, so I think Negranu Helmuth played 3 times, if I'm not mistaken. But there's basically a winner, and each day is a round. So I think it starts at like 50K. The winner of that advances. The loser can re-challenge, I believe.
Yep, and
that's double the stakes.
the winner had to play 2 times?
Two times, and I think they could leave, or maybe 3
No,
times and they could leave.
So they won, and then they had to win 2 more after that. You had to win 3 to
Right.
leave.
Before you could leave, yeah.
Then
Yeah.
win 3.
So, and each time the stakes would double. So it went like 50K, 100K, 200K. That's what Blez just beat Patrick in. 50K, 100K, 200K. Blez clean swept, won all 3, got him out of there, took the belt. I didn't want to do that. They offered me that structure. I didn't want to do that. Even just playing straight Hold'em, which Blez wouldn't play me in anyway. Don't know why, but he insisted that if we played, we had to play half-half. There was no way I was playing a half-half sit and go. I literally don't know anything about short stack anything really, but definitely not PLO. When I countered and said basically like, let's just play a cash format or whatever. They were like, all right, fine. We'll abandon the old structure. You guys can play for 2 days. It'll be half PLO, half Hold'em, 200, 400, 100K minimum buy-in. Those are only restrictions. And, you guys can add on, play as deep as you want. You can reload as many times as you want. But at the end of 2 days, whoever shows a profit is going to be season 6 high stakes duel champion. It's like, okay, great.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah.
Hell
I'm
yeah,
fucking in. I'm in. So then it just became a matter of like negotiating, like, are we going to play round? Are we going to play half the day one and the other? Or are we going to play one full day of one full day of the other? I wanted to play one full day of each. It would have been nice to like play all PLO yesterday and then try to get out of there unscathed and then just play all no limit today. But we ended up settling on half the day of each. So we played half a day of PLO yesterday. I got to tell you, like, PLO is hard in the sense that if you're not good at pre-flop, you are truly, truly fucked in that particular game unless you're like wildly skillful post. And the issue is that I'm a dog to him in both because I don't know how pre-flop works. I've never seen any sort of like range charts or anything along those lines. It seems like it's very complex to even get a hold of. And I was clearly making a bunch of mistakes. Like, just seems like I'm calling with hands that have to be folds out of position. I'm probably opening a little bit too wide. And I know this because for the first like hour and a half, I don't think I got a chance to see bet. Like, I literally don't think I flopped. Basically, the way I view the framework of PLO is through the lens of like robust equity. So it's kind of the opposite of Hold'em, right? Like Hold'em, it's all a path to polarization. But with PLO, the polarization nodes are going to change street over street because the texture is going to drastically change. And like what was once a straight is now going to lose to a flush. And what was once a flush is now going to lose to a full house and things of that sort. Also, like, you can't make like the 1-card flushes or the 1-card straights. You have to have 2 cards in play. So all of this like kind of interacts in some sort of way where the early streets, you just need to be like pushing robust equity forward. And what I was finding is I would flop like 1 pair, 3 cards that may or may not be live, and no front door or back door draws whatsoever. It's like, maybe I am not playing the right hands. Maybe when I have the ace 9 7 3, it's not good to be in there.
Probably not
all that much because it just doesn't come 10-8 high very often.
Yeah.
And that's all you're really looking for.
Yeah.
The ace 10-8
cards.
Yeah.
Make sure the ace is suited. Who cares then?
Well, that's a different story. Sure, if you have flush draws.
Connie, you have a ring in PLO, don't you?
He is half-half, but
Half.
Okay. Yeah, he should be the one playing.
You should be getting coached by Connie over
yeah,
here.
exactly.
He does
I
have
have
a
to
good
tell
point.
you, people who cite World Series circuit rings of any sort of
I have never
nature.
brought up my fucking circuit ring in a fucking ever.
Imagine.
I absolutely scammed the system to get it. Somehow, some way, they let me fucking
Somehow,
rebuy
some
it.
way, I'll tell you how you played an 80-man tournament at fucking Bally's
No,
that started at 10 p.m.
But that's not even the thing. They let us rebuy until like an absurd point. Like there was like, I don't know, 14 or 15 people left when I was able to get my last buy-in in. And it was like way past what it should have been.
Well, that's how tiny fields work, man. You go play a high roller, you can register all the way up till 30% of the field.
My point is, in the structure sheet, it wasn't supposed to be like this.
Oh.
And for some reason, Chad Holloway walked over and he's like, we can still rebuy, drunk as ever. And then I was like, all right, well, I guess I'll go rebuy. And then we got it. But yeah.
You're highlighting something that seems like it was fair to everybody.
It was only people that were already in the tournament. It wasn't fair to everybody. It was weird. I don't know. I don't know what it does. Anyway, go on.
Conrad's denouncing his own ring.
Yeah.
You want to ring it Bally, like that's denouncing it enough.
Yeah. I mean, listen, you've never heard me bring it up.
You don't need any other caveats added. It's
You've
like
literally
fucking
never heard me bring it
18
up.
drunk people got together and played a half-half tournament and they got a ring for the winner. Like, what are we talking about?
You guys, you've never heard me bring it up.
Well, you are the PLO expert.
In lifetime. Lifetime, I've never said anything about it.
I don't know.
Guapo has. I didn't.
Might be pictures of you and Corey out there holding.
That was a good
rings out.
picture.
Yeah.
Well, that's only because Corey won the same day.
Yeah.
And then another one. And then another
one.
Another one.
He just won one in the last 5 minutes, I think.
I think he has like 13. No, less
I think
than
it was
that?
8 or 9.
Okay.
13 would have him like top 2.
I'm going to go look.
Maybe top 3.
I
don't know, man. They're giving away rings like fucking candy. Shout out to your boy Stu. I got to tell you, man. I'd love to see you out there banging around in more WPTs. Let's get you on the Sexton Cup a little bit more often. Stop worrying about these chintzy rings that you can get in a fucking gumball machine.
Jesus Christ.
No offense to the circuit rings, but like, come on.
No offense to the gumball machine.
I mean, I don't know why this bothers me, but like, I do see a lot of people. It really shouldn't bother me. But I think what bothers me about it is that it's people that I recognize as being very good poker players who have standing in the community that are like proudly triumphing that they won a $400 tournament for $6,200 and a gold ring.
It's hard to win a tournament, man. Doesn't matter which one it is.
It's not when there's 30 people.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, you
Alan
got
Kessler
it's truly not.
Alan
1 in 30
Kessler
shot.
has multiple.
All things are equal.
But things are not equal when you're playing a $400 30
So 1 in 15. That's still hard.
Kessler made it fucking clear the other day that he has multiple no limit rings.
There you go. How hard is it? How hard can it be?
I retract my statement.
I mean, we're hardly talking rocket science here. I feel a lot more confident that I could go win one of those rings in the next week than beat Bleznick PLO heads up.
That actually is probably true.
Can we get a prop bet going?
Oh, very
Berkey's out on the circuit, baby. You get enough money down, you'll travel.
I would need. I mean, nobody would ever do it because it's hard to be. I think it's hard if you're studied to be losing in these fields. But if somebody like, if I could make the ABI worth $10,000, then I would do it.
Yeah.
But who the fuck would ever take that prop?
Right.
Nobody.
Like, who's going to crossbook you 25x on a $400 down bad where your ROI actually might be 200%?
Honestly, somebody that just wants to see you in pain.
It's not painful anymore. I'm playing a fucking
That's true.
10K.
That is true. Good point.
You know, it's like 100K up top now all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Some of the, and actually some of these like,
God.
some of them might get like, 25K naturally. So you might be playing something more like,
A Go Studio
500,000 up top, 600,000 up top.
Yeah.
But when you have to be fucking sent to Iowa.
Oh, hang out in Iowa all fucking day. Name me an easier 600K
Yeah, you're right.
than going to win a fucking down bad $800 100-man in Iowa.
Shout out to all our fans out in Iowa.
Shout out to the Iowans.
Iowa has good snowboarding
I think you
too.
guys are excellent
Really?
poker players.
Yeah.
Same.
I've never even heard of anywhere to snowboard there.
It borders Utah.
Yeah.
So it's like right as you cross over, there's some mountains and shit.
Interesting.
So I've heard. I've never been. I thought
Mountains in Iowa?
I thought it was like the corn capital.
I thought so too.
Mountains
That's
in
Nebraska,
Iowa?
isn't it?
Right as it borders Utah.
Top
No,
left.
there's mountains in Utah.
Iowa borders Utah?
Pretty sure.
No fucking way.
Am I thinking of Idaho?
Yeah.
Jesus
Wait,
Christ.
I can't believe I just
love
geography
geography.
for fucking like face value. I
starts with an I.
didn't even think about it.
Nevada borders or Nevada borders Utah. You think Iowa borders Utah?
I don't know.
Iowa borders Indiana.
Wait, is it Idaho? You go scroll to the right. Oh, wait. Yeah, Wyoming. What's above? Is
Minnesota?
it- Oh, I can't see. No. Above Utah.
Oh, above Utah?
Where's the rest of the map? It's Idaho. Idaho, right?
Idaho is up there.
Yeah, it's Idaho. Sorry, it's Idaho.
Start with an I.
That's what I'm saying.
What are you, Berkey?
What do you mean?
What did you just call yourself?
Idaho.
Idaho. No, Idaho.
How are you laughing so hard at that?
That's
Why
a great
is that
joke.
surprising to
That
you?
is a terrible,
That is a dad
You never
joke.
heard that one?
terrible joke.
That's a
heard that,
fucking
though.
awesome joke.
Heard that? It's
Awesome.
worse if it's not
He
original.
said awesome. It was an awesome joke.
It's true.
So much worse.
Great.
Idaho, Iowa, like potatoes, corn. What are we talking here?
Starch.
Potato.
I mean,
Fucking starch, baby.
I mean, it's
you-
all the same.
I mean, you're
Idaho,
not talking
Iowa.
geography. That's
Carb
for
loading.
Dakotas, Carolinas, North, South. What?
Sure. West Virginia's
what are
Mountain
we
Mama.
talking
Right.
about, you
Yeah.
know?
Florida, Alabama. What the hell's the difference?
Same.
But different.
Did they
Still
make a
same.
show, Florida Bama Coast or something like that? Yeah, same
Florida,
fucking
Bama
thing.
Shore.
Same thing. Got
Yeah.
the same trash in both.
Jesus.
Berkey is just ripping the entire country apart.
Wait, you mean Landon?
Florida man, Bama, like whatever.
Yeah.
Same.
All right, people in Idaho don't know how to play poker. You should see the people in Iowa.
I feel strongly that people
Nothing but trash down there, in Florida.
I feel pretty strongly
did you
that the
say?
poker scene in Idaho is not exactly popping.
Okay, have you ever been there?
No.
Then, hey,
No.
you're just speculating.
I am less likely to go to Iowa now that I realize it doesn't have good snowboard.
You're definitely not going there because you might not make it out alive the way you've been trash talking them.
I'm trash talking Idaho.
Well, you trash talking everybody, really.
And our fans too. You know, the ones that look for fucking timestamps.
Right,
Everybody.
They're fucking there.
That guy's probably from Iowa.
Well, it makes sense. Can't find the goddamn timestamps. They're literally there. This guy's definitely not from Iowa.
Probably from Pittsburgh.
Idaho,
He's definitely not from Pittsburgh either.
Utah,
No. He's
Florida,
from
Bama Shore.
he's probably from like Carnegie Mellon.
Carnegie Mellon.
Working on an open AI project.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Who said Pittsburgh is more trashy than the entire Midwest? First of all, Pittsburgh's not in the Midwest, okay?
It
We
is.
are the jewel of the Northeast.
Right.
That's
But what?
obvious to everybody involved.
The
Second of all,
dumpster?
clearly you have not been to Pittsburgh.
They have one good place that had really good chicken parm. Outside of that,
That's what you're judging the city on?
get rid of the whole city.
Chicky parm.
The
No,
chicken
seriously.
parm?
No, that one place on that corner was great. Everything else, get rid of it.
You ever been in the Strip District?
No, he has no idea anything.
What?
He
You-
took a scooter around the North Shore.
And it took me 15 minutes, and I got all around Pittsburgh.
He has no
By
idea
all around
anything.
Pittsburgh, he means all around the North Shore,
Right.
Which is a fraction of Pittsburgh.
The North Shore is where
Which
the
also
the
only-
baseball stadium is.
Yes,
Yes.
which also only houses the stadiums, the casino, and hotels.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you were looking
Science
for.
Center.
I went.
Sure.
I went a lot
Science
of places.
Center's nice.
No, I went a lot of
A
places.
lot of culture.
Yeah, where?
All over.
Where?
The whole outline of Pittsburgh.
No, you didn't.
No, I did.
You don't
No,
know.
no,
You
I
never
didn't.
even made it to downtown, which is just across the bridge.
Who told you I didn't make it to
I know you
downtown?
didn't make it
I
to
made it
downtown.
downtown.
I know you
Yeah,
didn't.
you know I didn't make it to downtown where all the
made-
bars were.
You go to South Side?
I went to South Side.
You did not go to the South Side.
I did too.
No, you didn't. South Side's very far from where
I
we
was
were.
on my scooter.
Bro, you're not scootering from the North Shore to the South Side.
I don't know what you think this is.
And you definitely didn't go downtown.
I went
Where all,
downtown.
that's not where all the bars are.
I went downtown.
All you did was go to the stadium and visit Bettis's. Called it a bar and moved on with life. I know exactly where you were.
Look, holy fish. Mm.
Yeah, that's how I know you didn't see any of Pittsburgh, is because the food is actually the least of the things that you can criticize.
What?
It's some of the best food in the Northeast.
What is this?
Some of the what?
Some of the best.
crazy.
You heard what I fucking
This
said.
is
You're crazy.
the
I'm
Strip
from New York.
District in
Shop-
Pittsburgh.
Shopping at the
The-
Asian market.
New York isn't the Northeast, it's the East Coast.
What is that?
Like what I did there?
Some sort
What
of
the fuck
pastry
did
or
you just
something.
say?
You heard what I said. It's the East Coast. You disagree?
Get rid of your whole kind.
You disagree.
Just get rid of your whole kind
you
now.
think New York City is not the East Coast?
I'm done talking to you.
You
New
are
York City is
literally-
definitely the East Coast.
Of course it's the East Coast, Landon. There's a fucking ocean there.
And it's also the Northeast.
But it's on the
It's
East
also
Coast.
the Northeast. So
What does that have to do with anything?
Seems a little more east than north.
The city, it just said it was not the Northeast.
Sounds like it's the Northeast Coast.
That's the problem. Is you're
That
just from
doesn't
the
exist.
Midwest and you just don't know how
No,
to
we're
get-
from the Mid-Atlantic. Okay?
You
Tell
know
him, Brian.
what? You know what?
Mid-Atlantic,
Maybe
yeah.
I can
Yeah.
start getting on. Nah, you're from the Midwest.
Nah, Mid-Atlantic.
It's the Mid-Atlantic.
Anyway,
AKA the Northeast.
moving on. What else we have to talk about today?
I think we covered everything.
I think that's about a wrap. So yeah. Anyway, back to the Blez. We played a little bit PLO for the first 3 hours. I definitely got bulldozed. It started very badly too. I flopped, got shot nut flush draw, very first hand on. I want to say it was like queen high low. So I think I had like ace 2 middling cards and a wheel card.
oh, it's 4-card game, right?
Yeah, 2 of my suit. So I check call. Turn is like an offsuit jack. I check. He barrels again. River's an ace. It goes check, check. And I just lose to ace king, which is unfortunate. Or maybe the turn was the ace and then the river paired the board. Either way, river went check, check. I just lose. Never got there. And then I lost a really big one where I called 8. Let me get this right. Board was ace 6 7. So I had 9 8 5 4. So I had the full wrap.
9854 on what?
Ace 6 7 rainbow.
That sounds right.
9854 ace 6 7 rainbow.
You have a straight in your hand with the cards on the board. So it
Correct.
sounds like a wrap.
Yeah,
That is a wrap.
You
So
need a pair. Make a pair.
I had the full wrap. Maybe I had. Oh, that's right. I had 9985. I didn't have the full wrap. I was missing one card.
Oh, you had a semi-boner.
Yeah, whatever that means. And I had 9 8 of clubs, which was a backdoor flush draw. So I check raise, which I think is pretty reasonable on ace 6 7 rainbow. This motherfucker 3-bets me because of course he fucking does. It's the Blez. He's just always gonna find the click. So now I'm forced to just call. Turn is a Badoogie Jack. So now it's ace Jack 7 6 rainbow, and I still have the 9 9 8 5. But
so you're still open-ended.
I still have a wrap. I have a 3-card wrap.
A semi-boner.
A semi-boner, if you will. But the issue becomes that like the 10 could potentially be dirty versus king queen. But what hands could he have that possess king queen?
Ace, king, queen.
No.
Why would he 3-bet ace?
3-bet the flop.
Ace, king, queen, 7.
Maybe. I don't know if that 3-bets either. Maybe like
ace, king, queen.
Yeah, it would have to be ace, king,
But
queen.
like king, queen, 7 7 or something.
King, queen, 7 7. But even that, yeah, king, queen, 7 7 probably.
Yeah.
I obviously don't have aces. So king, queen, 7 7, king, queen, 6 6, and then like ace, king. But it has to be a set plus king, queen, I think. Anyway, I check and he pots for 35K, and I have 85K total in front.
You just fold.
I think you have to call. I just think you have way too much equity, and the implied odd of getting some of that 50K when you make the hand. Like, it's pretty clear that after bet 3-bet on flop, he's pretty resigned to having sets. But I guess from your vantage point, it's like, well, he's not bluffing.
I'm sorry, are you in position or out of position?
I'm out of position. I check raised, and he got 3-bet, and he 3-bet.
Yeah. Are you leading river if you get there?
Yeah, of course you have to just jam all in. It's for like half pot.
Yeah, I think you have to jam all in to get there.
Yeah, you have to. It's for half pot.
Yeah.
You never check.
Yeah, you can never check.
Set can't bet on a 10 9 8 5 or 4 or 3. 3's no good. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
I tanked for a really long time, and I just call. I think it's correct. I'm not entirely positive. I think it's correct. River was another 6. I check, and he jams. I fold.
Pain.
So that cut me in half. I was down to like 50K after that. Then I find the heroic double, where it made me think that I might have misplayed the 9985 because he 4-bet me pre after I 3-bet with 10-9. I think I had 10-9-7-6 double. So he 4-bets, I call. Oh no! I had a dangler. I probably didn't have a 3-bet hand.
Wait, hold on. The fuck out.
What?
You had
This
a
is just
dangler
as
here?
bad as doing math on air.
Yeah. What's wrong with a dangler?
Probably not a 3-bet at all.
I mean,
If you have 10-9-7 or
I was 10-9-8 deuce double suited.
Yeah.
Whatever. Can't be that bad. So I 10-9-8 deuce double suit,
Famous last
and
words.
it came 7-6 deuce. Rainbow, one of my suit.
Huh?
So I check, he pots, I jam. He like begrudgingly calls and has ace, jack, jack, deuce. I feel so unlucky that we both have a deuce in this hand.
Yeah.
Because like obviously I think all my cards live, but all my cards are live anyway because I have a wrap, a backdoor, and a pair. And the turn comes and I pick up a bigger draw somehow. It might have been like 7-4 deuce, turn 6. And then I get lucky, and I mean I was still a favorite on the turn.
Yeah.
I think I picked up a flush draw on the turn too.
Okay.
And I drill the river, so I double up back to 100K. And then we just kind of like spar for the next 2 hours. I end up losing 16,000, I think, in the PLO round. Pretty good.
It's fucking great.
Pretty good result because he truly won 80% of the pots.
Mm-hmm.
I know that I was just doing something very wrong because every time he c-bet, I had a clear fold. Every time he checked to me post-flop, I couldn't bet. Yeah. And every time he found a random donk lead, I couldn't do anything.
Just fucking handcuffed.
I had one. Here's the crazy thing. I made 5 full houses during No Limit. I made zero.
That's a lot.
I made 0 during PLO.
So you ran bad.
Maybe. I made quads once, though. I flopped quads once, and this guy found a way to give me 3 streets while folding river.
Interesting.
I played a very tricky hand. It was a very, very Blez hand, if you will. Like it was a curated Blez hand that I think I ultimately made a mistake where I turned a 6 into a bluff in a 3-bet pot on King 6. I had 9-8 7-6 double suited in position. He c-bet like half. I raise. He calls. Turns a 6. Putting 2 spades out, so it's King 6 2 spades.
You have spades?
I do not. He leads again, and I think I should just fucking raise him again. Like he's just a psycho and just does shit, and I think that like he turns spades with like Jack 9-4 2 spades, you know. And I think he's just gonna be resigned to folding if I raise here, but I didn't raise. I just call, and then the river's a deuce of spades, and he like 3/4 pots, so I have to fold my 6. Yeah. And I'm tilted because it's like obviously I have a clean full house draw more than likely if a 9, 8, or 7 comes off, and if a 6 comes, he's never gonna see what hit him. Ooh, boy.
Were you in position or out of position?
I would never do that out of position.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Only in position. So yeah, that one was a weird one. Those were really the only interesting hands we played PLO. I truly mean it. We played 85 hands in PLO, I think, and I think 80 of them were just me check folding.
Yeah, I mean losing a quarter of like less than 20% of a buy-in is fucking amazing.
Yeah, but I want a 100K flip, if you will. You know, I want my all in.
I mean, sure, you're gonna have to do that. I mean,
yeah,
that's you're gonna flip at some point. It's PLO. At some point, the money's gonna go in.
That's true. They really during the interview period they really tried to hammer out this or drive home, I guess, this Poker News article.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you gotta create like a narrative, right? A little story. Bit of drama, yeah, right.
Do you?
Yes.
I mean, it definitely helps. I mean, they do it for fights, right?
There's
like when they do the stare downs and stuff.
Wow, your camera looks great today.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, I think it's because you removed all the fucking black behind you.
Yeah, TVs and black.
You suddenly just got very bright.
Squappo in the night.
Do they grab all this B-roll before and after?
Before, and then they'll do like some during if something interesting happens. But this is why I'm saying I don't think you need to fabricate it. It's because like we're locked in a cage for 6 hours. We're not actually fist fighting, and we genuinely
not actually fist fighting.
Well, if you're fist fighting, like you can create whatever narrative you want around. There's no communication, but like we're just chatting. Mm-hmm. We're just like having fun. I had a blast yesterday. Like I had so much fun. Less so in the PLO portion. That was more like. I don't want to say stressful, but it's hard to carry on a conversation casually while you're trying to recount the 4 cards in your head.
It's quite great because you guys probably felt the same exact way, obviously, in the different games.
No, he has so much more no limit experience than I do PLO.
Yeah, but you guys are just heads up, and it's just like you're probably in a way better spot to him.
He's also played more heads up no limit than I've played heads up PLO for sure. Like these two things are not debatable. He probably has tens of thousands of hours of no limit and thousands of hours of no limit heads up. He's probably played more no limit heads up than I have, actually.
Maybe
online, you're saying, yeah.
Just in general, yeah. It's almost certain. I have like fewer than 300 or 400 hours of heads up under my belt. He's probably played well over 1,000. So yeah, I mean, this is like not even remotely close. There's no. The only thing that's comparable is how badly I run him over during no limit. Similarly to how badly he ran me over during PLO, but I also don't know what his distribution looked like. I ran pretty hot. I had kings 3 times yesterday, albeit like I didn't really get paid. I said I made 3 or 4, maybe 5 full houses. I made 2 flushes in like 3-bet pots. These are all like pretty massive hands, and we still broke even. Like the guy just doesn't fucking pay. I paid him off with a catcher in a spot where he found a really good line with a turned gut shot, where he bet big on flop with 5 deuce on Jack 6-4. I had 6-3. I defend. Turn is a 3, bring backdoor spades. I check. He finds the pot and a half button here, which pretty obscure. I thought in real time, like, I'm not so sure this deep if this sizing is a thing. But no, it turns out it's pretty much fine as long as you're finding the right bluffs. And then river was an offsuit ace, which my instinct when you guys watch this back, it's going to be a real roller coaster to watch me go through the process of folding to call. But the river ace, it was like, oh, well, he could just have aces or ace jack in this line. So like my hand just kind of shrivels. I check and he jams for like 2.5x pot. And I immediately said out loud, I just don't think I can call this one. Like, I'm pretty sure this one's like stone bottom type of thing. And then I start thinking longer, and I'm just like, well, he's a PLO guy. Like,
think long, think wrong, baby.
I literally said that out loud at least 3 times throughout the process of making my decision in this hand. I literally said it out loud 3 times. I'm just like, yeah, think long, think wrong. Like, I definitely should just fold this.
So
like,
stupid.
There's no doubt in my mind. You just have it this time.
It's so stupid how true it comes out to be.
For sure. It's like,
so dumb.
Because, like, you know, I understand what it's like to not be quite as sure. The thing is, though, we're downplaying like Blez's ability in No Limit. Like,
who's downplaying it? Blez is a goddamn gangster.
I'm just saying he knows the game tree of No Limit a lot better than I know PLO.
I mean,
so it's like,
I feel like if you know PLO pretty well, or like the mechanics of PLO, it kind of like trickles down to No Limit too.
I don't know, man. Like your value ranges shift pretty aggressively throughout the streets in PLO, where like in No Limit, sure, a straight card fell, but like we're still just blasting top pair, top kicker for pot and a half.
Probably not in heads up, but in like full ring, it would probably translate better.
Yeah.
I would
Heads
think.
up PLO would translate pretty well into full ring No Limit.
Yes.
I think that's adequate.
Is this something out of character for you to talk about your hands out loud in the middle of a hand?
Like,
is this something you normally do, like when you're playing at Bellagio?
you mean like when I'm at a river decision, there's no more action?
Yeah.
I like to ham it up a bit. I mean, if I'm going to waste their time, they may as well know what I'm thinking, you know? Let them in on the...
Give them a show.
Yeah, let them in on the process.
The inner machinations of your mind.
Yeah.
Like, oh God, I don't want to hear that again.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think Blez is unpolished when it comes to No Limit heads up, but like he's not bad. There's a huge difference. The reason why I feel comfortable playing him is because he's not a tactician. Like, he's not going to be very precise on his frequencies. He's not going to be very precise on his sizings. He's going to miss little things here and there. He's like 3-betting some of the wrong hands here and there. He's freestyling.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, the funny part is I said it earlier, like, you guys are probably the same person in different games, or very close to. Like, yes, you're more studied in like Hold'em as he was probably as in PLO, but like when it comes down to, you guys are both just like kind of gangsters of the game.
Yeah.
Gangsters.
Gangsters of the game. Good gamblers. That's it, you know?
We're definitely gambling. That's for
Gangsters
certain.
of the game.
It's true.
I didn't talk about it, and I don't want to, just in case there's 1% chance that he's watching this.
Yeah, it's like
but
1.5.
I ran some fucking dirty bluffs yesterday.
We'll talk about it later.
I ran a couple in PLO that were...
You didn't bluff in PLO. Stop lying to the people.
I was really proud. The ones in PLO, I was like really proud that I found them.
Found them as in you bluffed, or found them as in they're actually kind of good?
Both.
Oh, nice.
Both. For sure. They're for sure good. Like, I'm very confident that they're good, but like they're easy ones to miss, I think. Where they're hands that kind of like toe right on the line of having enough showdown value to call a half pot bet. Like, these were situations where like he's like donking on river, and I have a hand that's like very close to being a catcher, but I wasn't entirely sure, so I just said fuck it. Like, he's gonna give me too much credit anyway, and I'll get him to fold better a lot.
That sounds like bluffing No Limit too. Like you just take the closest hands.
Yeah,
and
I think the big difference is in yeah, I think the big difference is that in PLO, you want to be using hands that I mean, this is true in both games, I guess, but in PLO you specifically care way, way more about removing his calls, right? In No Limit, it's a lot more wishy-washy, where it's like you'll have blockers where it's like, oh, well, it does this, but it also does that. You know what I mean? Like, oh, well, it blocks some bluffs, but it also eliminates some value.
Yeah, when you have 4 cards and suits of said cards, it's easier to... It's harder because it's more information, but thinking, okay, like this 9 of diamonds blocks 2 pair where like 9 of clubs wouldn't. So I can use this combo and not this one.
Right.
But that's like more technical.
The more specific
side
thing
of gangstering.
The more specific thing with PLO is that you can have combinations that strictly block value and don't harm
Interfere with bluffs.
They don't interfere with the bluffing range. I think that happens a lot less frequently in Hold'em. In Hold'em, often it's a give and take. It's like, oh, this does a great job of blocking value, but it's also just like, but it also reduces some of the hands he would be bluffing with.
Did you go half on a box with him and break it open?
No.
You gotta tell him, you go half on a box and you break it open at the table.
We talked about the Skenes card for like an hour. He's just like enamored by this whole scheme. Like, Fnatic has done such an amazing job marketing this new all-time rookie of the year. I mean, kids, if you're out there, send the card to auction. You're from Pittsburgh. Would you have taken the deal? It's like, no, of course. Send it to auction. I'm like, yeah, send it to fucking auction, man.
What does that mean? Someone's going to auction you. Someone's going to auction.
Do you take more pride in your Blez impersonation or in your Oaken?
The Oaken's
for sure.
No, right. Okay.
The Blez is actually
That was
pretty
good. That was good.
I have the Oaken mannerisms.
How
like
much do you think that card would sell for?
It's been, I have no idea, but it's been stated as saying like 1.5. Blez thinks it's going to go closer to 2.
That makes sense.
And that's because he's going to buy it.
I asked him if he wanted it. He said no. He was just happy that his industry was getting a lot of shine.
Right. His industry,
but like,
he really moved on.
He was asking like, would you ever take the offer, or who do you think would take the offer? And I said, I hope nobody, because the truth of the matter is
Chico.
but it doesn't matter. You could be the biggest Pirates fan in the world and you'd be a fool to take the offer. Like, what they're offering, let's say that even what they're offering is worth 1.5 at face, which it's obviously not.
But you want something that's liquid.
Well, even if you don't, the utility of selling the card could still get you all of those things,
right,
and more.
That's what I'm saying. So
right? Yeah,
you're getting the liquidity of the actual cash.
Right, but even if you hold the card and expect it, like that, also just gives you more.
Guys, the day
you know what I mean?
with
Like
Livy,
it's more likely to go up.
You can't buy a day with Livy.
That's true, but she's taken.
She's accounted for.
She was giving herself up.
Yeah.
It ain't like she's single.
She's taken and he's 11.
From LA, nonetheless. Like, he gives a flying fuck about the Pirates.
Right.
He's sitting in Dodger country where they just buy. Literally, Skenes is going to be a Dodger. That's the only reason this kid even cares. It's because 4 years from now, they're going to have Skenes in the starting rotation to replace Kershaw. It's the only reason he cares.
Yeah.
Then the Dodgers might want the card,
I don't.
Well, they wouldn't pay for like 45 years. So
I don't think the teams care. That's what I was trying to get at. I was like, why do you think the Pirates specifically wanted this card?
They want to just keep it in the organization.
And he's explaining to me like how rare it is and everything else. I go, right, but why the organization? Why did they want it? He goes, I truly don't know. And I was like, I honestly think they're trying to leverage it against payroll.
Was it him that wants it? Like, was it the organization or was it Skenes that wants it?
No, the organization.
Okay.
I mean, maybe they were going to gift it to Skenes, which that's an interesting.
I mean, it's their only. They were trying to buy goodwill, sign him in a couple of years.
No fucking shot. There's no fucking shot. Brian and I were just talking about this in pre-production. They've signed exactly nobody this offseason.
What do you mean? They signed Kutch.
They re-signed Kutch.
They signed Adam Frazier.
That's right.
Who we let go 4 years ago.
That's it.
Oh, no, there's one more. Who was it?
We traded for a first baseman. We traded the anchor of our bullpen / the end of our rotation for a first baseman who's young and may turn into something, or maybe a dud.
I like that trade actually because we have tons of pitchers, right? We have that's where we're flush.
Okay.
So where we're lacking is a first baseman.
Yeah, you can like the trade on its face, but it can't be the highlight of the offseason.
Of course not.
But it currently
is. You still need a
is.
corner outfielder. You still need to.
What do you mean? We just signed Adam Frazier.
Yeah. There you go.
Few bats away, man.
Right. Few bats away. We're way more close. We're much closer to being
still a few bats away.
We're much closer to being a few bats away from a Super Bowl with the Steelers than we are being a few bats away from the Pirates making the World Series.
If you get Roberts, Pete Alonso, and a really good reliever, we're right in it.
Do you think Pete Alonso's career would just end? Like, do you think the Pittsburgh Pirates are the equivalent?
I think he'd do great in Pittsburgh.
I think the Pittsburgh Pirates are the equivalent to the Cleveland Browns. I think it's where careers go to die.
I don't think so.
I think it's why Kutch came back.
I think careers start in Pittsburgh and then they flourish somewhere else.
Yeah, of course. And if you come as a free agent, it's where you come to die. It's where they put you out to pasture. You know? It's like, hey, Pujols, you want to spend your last 2 years in the Berg? No,
I would have lost.
I'd rather retire.
I would have taken him.
He's like, nope, I'm out.
It's where you get traded to. Your GM fucking hates you.
Right. It's because the Pirates, the only thing they know how to do is sign guys that are way past their prime because they're a lot cheaper now.
Yeah.
They're like, starting.
He was good in 2015.
Yeah.
Put him on the team. Get them out
they
there.
Have prospects who cost nothing, and then they have league veterans that are worth the league minimum.
Right.
And that's it.
Yeah.
That's all you get. Nothing in between.
It's a very frugal enterprise.
That's a good
But I'll tell you what, the over-under for wins is 76.5, and I'm going to goddamn take the over.
Higher.
Jeff Platt, you heard it here first, buddy. I'm in for the higher.
Let's go. Higher.
I'm in for the higher.
Let's go higher.
I guess we'll wrap this with a few no limit hands. So I told you about the one that he doubled up on. That was a big one. That was a 170K pot. So I was smashing. I was winning like 50 prior to that hand, and then he got my ass.
That's like 100 gun bigs, right?
Well, for how small it's playing, it's smashing. We played 185 hands between the two yesterday.
He's going to play 400 hands, and it's going to be what it's going to be.
Yeah, it's not. But when I played Airball, same sample, like it was like 200 to 300K swings in that same time frame. We would play 6-hour sessions.
One person is way smarter than the other.
Yeah. No, of course, it's not even close. I'm trying to give reference though. Like
I get it.
When I would play Airball, I think his smallest loss was like 120K.
You played the same stakes, or it was
same stakes.
100K min buy?
Yep.
Oh wow.
400.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. So my biggest loss was I lost 100K one session, and it was the one where he straight flushed me for my last 15K, and after I called off.
And that's when they went to Sushi Samba and had their victory party.
They had their victory party.
Didn't last long. Won the battle, lost the war.
Yeah. My biggest loss was smaller than his smallest loss in any one given session. I believe. I'd have to go back and double check. But
I remember people getting mad at me about the updates.
No.
I love the updates.
No. I saw somebody put out an article today. I think it was Poker Guru or something along those lines. And I was reading through it. And they referenced back to the Airball thing, and they pulled up one of your tweets as updates. They're so good.
I gotta go back and look.
Literally so good. Like you should go back and highlight them all so that we could just read them in succession.
Oh god.
But like the memes were so fucking good, and they were so like they were so pointed and just like hit kind of well. Like today's session, Matt's winning 60,000, and we have 7 brown baller sightings in the bathroom.
Meetings. Oh god, what we got? Let me find out.
There were some real bangers.
You can't. That's the thing is you can't make a banger every day. You know, you play like 30 something days. Not every day is gonna be great.
Except we didn't play that many days.
How many days did you play?
I think it was 5 weeks total, 3 sessions each, so 15.
Oh my god, this one was a banger. Break number 4, Matt plus 155. No more hands of note to report, but Matt's sitting at the table while Airball left. Secret meeting, phone call. I will update with total time taken on breaks, but now I have this clip. And what was the clip?
That's really fast.
Take a walk. I'm just like, you're a fucking joke.
That was bad.
It's so good, man.
That was bad. They got 500 likes. That's good.
Yeah,
that was quick.
Yeah.
That's strong.
You were doing the Lord's work, honestly, during that. Like
I was in the garage lifting weights and waiting for notifications. That's back when I was on.
And you know what? It was your excitement to report that I think really shined through in those tweets. Like
a lot of glaze going on there. That was my job.
Like,
I was a Portland Trail Glazer for sure.
Having the objective media do it instead would have been so boring.
So it's the crossbook, you know. I mean, it wasn't boring.
No,
but
they did. Yeah, they did what they could, and they tried to, get quotes from both of you guys or whatever. But like, this was just supposed to be one-sided.
It was.
It shined through great, and when you're on the right side of it, and you get to do your victory lap week over week over week.
It would have been bad if you lost.
Of course, it would have been bad.
It would have been bad for everyone. It would have been bad for everyone.
I mean, good. The good news is, had I lost, I would have lost very small. I don't think there was a world where I could have lost $1 million.
Yeah.
I came prepared to lose 500K to Blez, and today isn't over yet, but the way we were playing, I think it would be really, really hard for anybody to swing more than like 100K. And honestly, like
famous last words.
I mean, it's possible, obviously, with variance, but it's not like super probable. When we were doing the variance calcs of Airball, we were giving like modest win rates, something like 5 big blinds per 100. And the average swings over our 100-hour sample, which we were estimating to be like, I think like 2,500 or 3,000 hands. I think it was like 3,000 hands we were estimating. The average swing was only, it varied from like 80 to 220K. So it was just like no damage is likely to occur 95% of the time. And then obviously on the outliers, it's like,
man,
he was $1 million.
I guess it's hard to know because like in the interim, at least with the way he plays, like you guys did play big pots.
Yeah.
Like he could have just won big pots.
The variance calc and the win rate calcs were significantly higher than what we were estimating.
Like you and Blez will play big pots, but at the same time, like there's more like tact of like checking somewhere, like blocking river. Like with him, it's like money's going in. Yeah. Like you're either you're folding flop and losing tiny pot or stationing down, kind of.
Especially because like he was only getting taught very minimal betting structures, right? So it was like if you bet this on the flop, then you just 2x pot turn. Right? And like I think he internalized that as my entire range that bets X on the flop will 2x pot the turn. And it was just like I'm just like delaying everything. It's like, oh, I flopped top 2. Okay, I'm just gonna call, and then I'm gonna face this massive overbet on the turn, and I'm gonna click it on him, and he's gonna have a bunch of folds. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, like only 6 hours in and only 3 hours into No Limit, this is already substantially tougher of a match. And that's with me having ran okay in No Limit and feeling like, I mean, I probably won 80% of the pots in No Limit.
Break number 8, Matt plus 65K. No hands to report, but I have an inside source who was in the bathroom with Airball Nick. He washed his hands. A win for hygiene everywhere. Nick has gone into lock-in mode and has rallied a comeback for the ages. And it's him with like the hoodie up by like his glasses.
Yeah.
What a day.
Incredible.
Yeah. That was almost 2 years ago. Like you said, that's crazy.
That's the insight that you're not going to get from traditional media.
No, right? They're not going to give you lock-in mode.
A win for hygiene everywhere. Like that's just
that was a good one.
Gold.
I like that one.
That is gold. All right, let's wrap this. I know I didn't give you guys as many hands as I hoped, but
well, you know what?
It's been a fun conversation.
They'll get to see them.
Yeah. Eventually.
Gotta save some for Poker Guy.
That is true. That is true. If you guys haven't already, smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Click the bell so you know when we're live. I'm going to go wrap this thing up today. Hopefully, we're going to book a win. Ended on a small loss yesterday. I lost a half a buy in total, so like 22, 25K, something along those lines. So it's still up for grabs. Winner of the overall 2 days gets to take the belt home. And I got to tell you, as a guy who doesn't play tournaments, who has exactly 0 fucking hardware, nothing would make me happier than to have a belt. And the fact that all I have to do is overcome a 25K deficit and just hold on.
Yeah. You just want a belt.
You know what else you can do, right?
What?
You can go to Iowa and play some fucking circuit events.
I got to get that crossbook. I got to get that. I need 250%. No, I need 2,500% crossbooks. 25x. It
How
has
long
to be 25x.
Is this match, Matt?
6 hours today.
Okay.
So 3 hours of PLO, 3 hours of Hold'em. We're going to put a bow on this thing, wrap it up, and hopefully come out of this victorious. It's going to take a little bit of luck, but I feel pretty confident that I'm not going to die. And that's important, guys.
That's right.
It's very important to not die.
Get 'em.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. It'll be the last show of the week as it's my birthday. And I'm going to be heading to Whistler on Thursday for a snowboarding trip with a few friends from high school and my nephews. So be sure to come tomorrow. We'll be here at noon as always. We'll see you then.
Peace. Laser Squad.
Peace.
Near.
Where are you going, Landon?